Management of plugins is done from the WordPress admin panel. Because plugins play such a vital part in WordPress itself, they have their own main menu item and subsection where you can view installed plugins and add new plugins. WordPress comes with two plugins out of the box. A Kismet, which is an anti-spam tool, and Hello Dolly, which is actually just try and see for yourself. It's bundled in for historical reasons and has no meaningful use, but it's kind of interesting. To extend the functionality of WordPress, you can install new plugins. This starts by clicking the Add New button on the Plugins page, or click Plugins and Add New down here in the main menu. From here, what you're looking at is the WordPress plugin directory, exactly the same thing we saw in the previous movie. And from here, you get the exact same information. Each of the plugins is highlighted with its icon, name, description, and creator. You can also see more details by clicking more details, and you get all the information from the individual plugins page is just displayed within the WordPress admin panel. But the difference between the WordPress plugin directory on the web and the WordPress plugin directory in your WordPress installation is that from here, you can install new plugins directly. So let's say you want to add a contact form to your site. First, you have to go to the search and search for contact form. And in this case, I know what I'm looking for. So I'm going to search for a specific plugin called Contact Form 7. Once you find the plugin, you can click to see more details. Here you get a full rundown of what the plugin can do for you, and you can look at reviews and installation information and all that other stuff. If you're happy with what you see, click Install Now, and the plugin is downloaded from the WordPress plugin directory, installed in your site, and now you have the option of either activating the plugin immediately or returning to the plugin installer. So I'm going to click on plugins again and just bypass the activation. Now we're back at the plugin index where you can see all the plugins that have been installed on my site, but currently none of these plugins are active. Now that I've added Contact Form 7, I want to activate it on my site, so I'm going to click Activate. Here you see the plugin highlighting changes from white to blue, meaning this plugin is currently active. And you can also see that the plugin added a new feature in my admin menu. So in addition to having posts, media, pages, comments, I now have contacts. This is fairly common for plugins because plugins add functionality to your site, and that functionality is often reflected in the main menu. Although sometimes it might not be in the main menu item, it might be under tools or under settings or somewhere else. So sometimes you have to go searching to find out exactly what the plugin did. If after activating a plugin you decide, this isn't actually the plugin I wanted, you can simply deactivate it by going back to the plugins page and clicking Deactivate. And then if you don't want it anymore, you can click Delete to remove it entirely from your site. Once you do, you get this question. Do you want to delete the plugin and its data? If you say yes, you are wiping the slate clean as if the plugin was never installed. Now, the reason why you're getting this question is because in some cases, you may want to deactivate a plugin and then reactivate it later on. And if you delete it, you'll lose all the data that's been saved alongside the plugin. But if you want to just remove the plugin completely and you're never going to use it again, click Yes, delete these files and data. The plugin is now gone, and you can move on to find another plugin. Now, there's one more thing that's really important with plugins, and that is, just like with themes and with WordPress itself, plugins get updated all the time, usually for security or feature reasons. Anytime you have an update to WordPress, you will see it up here in the toolbar. So you can see this wheel telling me that I have one update. You can also see it from the dashboard. It says that I have one update here. And in this case, because I have a plugin that needs to be updated, the plugins are also highlighted with the number 1, telling me I have an update. Updating plugins is actually really easy. Simply go to Plugins, find the plugin that needs to be updated, and either click Update Now right here, or if you have a bunch of plugins that need to be updated at the same time, you can click this Update Available option, which will show you all the plugins that have updates available, and then click on them, and then use the bulk actions to run updates on all of them at the same time. The actual update happens right in this panel. So when I click Update Now, you'll see the update happens behind the scenes, and I'm told plugin is now updated and everything is fine. Now, a lot of people are afraid to update their plugins because they think that something disastrous is going to happen to your site. Take my word for it. If a plugin has an update, it is better to update the plugin than to not do it out of fear, because more often than not, the plugin update contains a security update. So if you don't update your plugins, you may leave your site vulnerable for attack. I'll talk more about that towards the end of the course, but for now, just follow the simple rule. If there's an update available for WordPress, a theme, or a plugin, just run the update and move on.